Hey everyone, for this part of the van build I'm going to be adding an auxiliary deep cycle battery to the van to charge phones, power accessories, lights, things like that without running down your starting battery. So I decided to go with the deep cycle 100 amp hour battery here from Renogy, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to mount this guy right here, which is right under the passenger seat. There was a jack mounted under here, but I took that out. There's a lot of space, so I'm going to put that deep cycle battery under here, and I'm going to cut out a little panel too, and on that panel I'm just going to mount my means of charging the battery, fuse block, and a couple circuit breakers.
With all good van builds, there's always a change of plans. We decided we were going to mount the battery under the bench instead of under the passenger seat. For easier access, easier serviceability, we're going to install a 12-volt heater under the passenger seat instead.
Today I've just been kind of toying with ideas for electrical and powering some accessories and things like that. So what I've done today is I took apart this switch panel here. I got this, it had these 3 ports up top for USB, cigarette lighter, and a voltage reading for your battery, and then 5 switches below to run to whatever you'd like, lights, accessories, things like that. I didn't really like that once I got it. Kind of figured that I didn't want 5 switches all in one spot. I want switches wherever I want to put them, so I took all this stuff apart, took all the switches out. I ended up making my own little panel. So I cut out some plywood here. I put that voltage reading in the middle. Got my dual USB over here, and then the cigarette lighter over here. You plug in whatever else you want. And then I just have the switch over here. So this guy, I'm gonna mount this right on the side of the bench. So if you were sitting down, this panel's gonna be kind of below you to the right, so you can charge your phones and whatever else you want to charge. Alright, so here's how it turned out. Got my panel all carpeted up. Got everything where I wanted it to go. Turned out really good. Everything came out nice and clean. Time to go see how it looks in the van. Alright, so here it is, all done and mounted up. Got that charging panel just to the side of the bench here. I got a few more things I have to do and miscellaneous parts to get before I can run power to it. But here it is for now. On the inside here, got all that wiring done. Just need to hook it up to the battery.
On the block 123 on the block my city.
So since we decided to put the battery compartment under the bench, Jimmy is building us a custom compartment for that, and then using the remainder of the space to build a drawer for storage.
Alright, so I just got done making some cuts on the base for the drawers that'll fit under the bench. I just had to make some notches here so it'll mount flush underneath the bench. I got these tabs. This is how I mount the bench to the floor of the van. So I had to cut around here and make some notches around this area so where it comes out will be nice and flush with this leg. Alright, so here's the finished piece. You can see all the cutouts and how this fits over the tabs. And now it's nice and flush, and we can ready to start fastening this piece down to the bench. Hey everybody, so here's where I'm at with my drawer project. I got most of it built. I still have to put the drawer slides on and the face of it as well as the handle. One thing too with this project is you'll see the base here, since it is mounted to the legs of the bench. There's a bit of a gap between the base and the floor, and since we'll have a fair amount of weight on this, what I did is I just cut some 1x2s to length and screwed them to some 1/4-inch strips of plywood, and I'm going to screw these underneath that so they're going to act as supports, kind of like little floor joists, just to hold that thing up. Alright, so here's the finished drawer. It ended up looking pretty good. the next step here is I'm gonna put a hinged door on this side, and this is where the battery is gonna be stored. Alright, so I am done now with the door for the battery and all the electrical stuff. Turned out pretty good. Opens nice, closes nice. I use those soft close hinges right here. Just started on doing a little bit of the electrical stuff, and we'll go over that next. Alright guys, so to power all the accessories in the van, what I went with was a 12 volt 100-hour deep cycle battery. And how I'm going to charge this, for now at least, is with this device here. This is an MLACR, which stands for Magnetic Latching Automatic Charge Relay. And what this does is it ties your starting battery of your vehicle to your auxiliary deep cycle battery. So we'll run a wire from the positive of your vehicle's starting battery, hooks into the device, then you run another wire from the device to your auxiliary battery. And what this does is it'll charge your auxiliary battery with the alternator from your vehicle. What's cool about it is it'll pick up when the vehicle's running, it'll sense a charge, and then it'll combine your starting battery with your auxiliary battery. And then also when your vehicle shuts off, it detects that it's receiving no charge, and it'll automatically isolate your batteries. So that way you can run all your accessories, your lights, charging phones, all that just off of your deep cycle auxiliary battery, and it won't run down your starting battery. So some of the other components I got for this system, I just got a pretty standard 12-way fuse block here that I've mounted to the wall. I also got these marine grade circuit breakers. I decided to go with these instead of fuses just because you can reset them. They pop, just click them back, they reset. You don't need to carry extra fuses, and just makes things a little more convenient when you're on the road. So here it is. I've been making some progress with this little electrical cabinet for the van. I wanted to pre-wire everything before putting the bench into the van. It would just make things a little more easy that way. So I've got my charge relay, a couple circuit breakers, and my fuse block in here. The only thing that I have to the fuse block right now is my charge panel that I made. So we'll give that a test. Close that breaker, come around this way. And there we go, looks like it works. Shows me my battery voltage, so we're in good shape. Alright everyone, so here's the final product. Got the bench back into the van, mounted back to the floor. Drawer done, battery system, charging system done. And everything works as planned.